another view from the van with Paul from Magpie 24/7. Driving strong opinions on everything Newcastle United. Magpie 24/7. By fans, for fans.
Hi, how is everybody doing? It is Paul from Magpie 24/7 back out yet again with another view from the van. That after England managed to do what was necessary and what was needed for by the skin of the teeth. Yeah, you could argue bare essentials job, but that to one side for the time being. England qualified top of the group and also qualified without shipping a single goal during the group stage of Euro 2020, which is a fantastic achievement to be able to to build on, and hopefully it is a solid foundation for things to come as we move and progress through the tournament. But if England are to do anything in this tournament this time round, then they're going to have to do so the hard way. As Newcastle fans, we're probably used to that. That is status quo, that is normal for us. But for England supporters, Germany in the second round is a kick in the bollocks. I didn't say scratch your bollocks, a kick in the bollocks. Don't want any of that, do we? Germany manager. Goodness me, you dirty bastard. Get some hand sanitizer, get them washed. Hands. Anyway, England topped the group, and it did so thanks to, yet again, Raheem Sterling, who, in the last video that I did, I sort of compared him to, certainly recently, I'm not on about pound for pound or player for player, but certainly his performances as of recently have been very Christian Atsu-esque, frustrating, no point, no purpose, the odd goal, the odd little thing here and there, but not much major. Today, he could have had two on a different day. He lobbed the keeper, was unlucky with that one, and then he gets his goal. Fantastic cross in, but I think it was Grealish. I may be wrong, but certainly a fantastic cross being fizzed in. And you thought the chance was gone begging when the first player missed it, but following in, gambling, taking a chance at the back post. There was Sterling. Fantastic to see. And it wasn't bad. The football wasn't bad at this point. England were doing some reasonably decent, things, causing trouble, creating chances. I thought the lad from Arsenal, Saka, I thought he played particularly well. He was probably man of the match. I was disappointed with probably the starting team, but I did correctly predict that Harry Maguire would get game time. I would just like to see other players. When you've done well in the Bundesliga, you're creating chances, you're scoring goals, etc., etc., and then you're not given any real minutes at the Euros. It's got to be frustrating. For the lad, he's made the squad, but he's getting nowhere near it. There's other players as well. Harry Kane, again, stuttered and flattered to deceive probably is the best, kindest way to sum it up. In this match once again, your Calvert-Lewins of the world still aren't getting a look at him. Apologise. Just been sick in my mouth a little bit. I'm just parked next to a Bet Victor sign with Harry Redknapp and Michael Owen. Goodness me, if that wasn't enough to bring your guts up, I don't know what is. Goodness. Oh God. Oh, it's probably because I'm neat to Doncaster. When I finish recording this, I'll tweet him and ask him if he'll send me 20 photos or something like that. He's got a little bit of form. But yeah, back to the England game. I did predict that Harry Maguire would come back into it. I was slightly disappointed. Some of the other calls, I thought Jude Bellingham might have been able to get a goal, but Yeah, I thought Harry Maguire come in, he looked good, he looked better, we didn't play as many hoofballs up. Consequently, we played decent on the first half, like I touched on before. Sterling with a couple of chances, scored his goal. England in the ascendancy, and you're thinking, yeah, happy days. Make some substitutes, keep the squad fresh, bring some other players in, maybe stretch it, maybe try to nick a second or a third goal in the second half and put on a little bit of a show for the fans. But unfortunately, with the two holding midfielders, there was a lot of sideways stuff, a lot of backwards football, a lot of back to keeper stuff, and I don't like to see that with the talent and with the wealth of talent that Southgate's got available. We should not really be playing overly defensive with the amount of offensive players that we've got. And why, I'm satisfied that we topped the group. We're based it upon a defensive strength and everything. I just felt second half they could and should have gone for it a little bit more. Maybe taking off one of the holding players, brought a Bellingham on. I don't know, stick an extra attacker on. Go for it a little bit more. I can see that you want to be. I can see what he's trying to do with the pragmatism and the building upon a solid back. But sometimes in a situation where it's no lose, because we'd already qualified prior to the game even kicking off, experiment a little bit, try a few players out, try different players, different formations, different systems, see what else works, so that when it comes to a game that's tight and we're looking to nick it or to score a goal, we've got some experience to be able to draw on. And I just felt we missed an opportunity there. And second half it was boring to watch. It really was. Everybody I was speaking to was like, I'm struggling to stay awake watching this. It was literally as dull as dishwater. And it's disappointing, but at the end of the day, you look at the results: 2 victories, 1 draw, no goals conceded, 2 goals scored, and our reward for that is Germany. I know. Yeah. I'm not bossing about. It's back to the Germans, and this, no doubt about it, mark my words, will be a much more sterner test of England's credentials. Should we get past this one, then the tournament opens up with potential games against the likes of, say, Sweden and Emil Kraft, etc, etc, etc. You would say that it opens up a lot more towards the final. So this is the test. It's either step up to the plate and show us that you can do more than sideways and backwards football and scraping by and just doing the bare minimum, and shows that you can play football and you can take it to a team and you can defeat a superpower major contender for a trophy. Because you're looking at the World Cup previously, when we come up against quality opposition, the first time really, we're buckled. We've played a group. Yes, you've got the Croatians in there. Obviously, lots of quality there, but are they the Croatians of even a few years ago? Possibly not. They're possibly waning slightly as a heavyweight contender, shall we say, for a trophy. And then you're looking at Scotland, who, with the greatest respect, I know it's a derby match, this, that and the other, we just didn't play anything at all. We just didn't turn up for the day. I don't know if we played the occasion, we let the occasion get to us, or did we think it was going to be a walk in the park against the 5th worst team in the tournament? I don't know, but that was shocking. It really was. Yes, we got away. We played shocking and we got out with a point. So, you can't argue with, I suppose, doing that when you're not playing great. And then we get another win today. But again, it's against the Czech Republic, who, yeah, I know they've got that victory over us recently and stuff like that, but they're not exactly a France or a Spain or a Portugal of that level. So, yeah, no doubt about it, these are going to be the best that we played so far in the tournament. These are a team who are, regardless to how they're playing currently, they will think we are going to win this. They will go into every tournament with that adage of we want to win this tournament. So to be the best and to win this, you've got to beat the best. So you would have to play the likes of Germany at some point, or a France, or a Spain, or a Portugal, or a Belgium, or somebody of that calibre. So might as well do it now and test ourselves, and hopefully Gareth Southgate, who I have been critical of recently, but I have been critical of for years, to be honest, since his appointment. Southgate has got to get this team up. He's got so many quality players at his disposal. It's finding a system that gets the best out of them to benefit England. And we need to be able to score goals, and we need to be able to do a damn sight better than what we've done up till now. I've always said that I don't believe personally. This is a drive-through. Goodness me, it looks like something's on fire at the side of the road. Lovely. Literally something is on fire at the side of the road. But we've got to be able to go through these teams, to attack these teams, to put them to the sword much more easily. And it's not like a situation where you're stuck at a club, say, side. You haven't got the players at your disposal, and you've got to work with what you've got available. He has got such amazing players to work with. So if Harry Kane isn't working, be ballsy enough to drop him for a game and try a Calvert-Lewin, try a Rashford up top, try different combinations. Be bold and decisive, and people will back you. But just to continue the same tired, boring shit, name value shit, it can't go on. It can't go on. And this is my argument all the time. I don't think he's got the experience or the balls or the backbone enough to be qualified to do the job for which he is in employment for. Coaching at Middlesbrough, the under-21s doesn't mean jack shit in the big scheme of things. What does the Middlesbrough job mean? They're a small side in North Yorkshire. But you know, you get my point. It's not even one of the major sides in the country. He's got no real credentials to be able to, and their fire engine going to probably put that fire out. He's got no credentials, no skill sets to be able to do the job that's needed. And I just think, like we said with Bruce, with a Joe Linton, say, if you had a better manager, could you get an extra 5 to 10% out of the players? And we've maintained throughout the season that yes, a better manager could get more out of the players at Newcastle. And it's the same with England. A better manager could get an extra few percent out of them, which may make the world of difference when we're coming up to play these Germanys, of the world. Next Tuesday, the one good thing about us getting the victory, against the Czechs, is that we do remain at home. The attendance will be up, because I think it's 20,000 at the moment, going up to 40,000, and that's positive because we can have a little bit of pressure on the opposition from the terraces. So that is fantastic. Hopefully that again can help make the difference. Small details. If we'd have lost, we may have been playing in Denmark, Copenhagen, or elsewhere across Europe. So it's imperative that we kept our home advantage, as it were. And we're just going to hope for one of those magical nights next Tuesday at Wembley. Hope for one of those magical evenings, a great performance, a few goals, and England win over Germany. No doubt the entire nation will be totally and utterly engrossed by it and buy into it, and they are rewarded duly by a place in the quarter-finals of the European Championships for England, and a clearer route therefore through to a final, because we've still got to look. I think personally, anything other than probably semis, based upon what happened on the last tournament as well, when we bottled it, when we came up against decent opposition. And you'd be looking at Southgate and thinking, do we need to make a change? So it's imperative for him, it's imperative for the players that they get up for this match, and surely they will do, against the old enemy Germany. Tournament football experts. You'd have to think that is going to happen, and finally we get a performance out of these, because let's face it, even the 2 warm-up games were dog shite. The 3 group games, despite the fact we haven't conceded a goal, have been pretty dog shite. So, you know, we are owed a performance, surely. We are owed a performance. And then, as any football fan can do, once you get to the quarterfinals of any competition, yes, Steve Bruce, once you get to the quarterfinals of any competition, you can start to daydream and think and let your mind wander about the possibilities further down the line. But yet, we've got a huge task to overcome first of all. Make no doubt about it whatsoever. Bloody Germany, it had to be. Goodness me, but you got to relish these games. It's what you should be in football for. The big games, the big players, the big names. Let's hope your Kanes of this world step it up. Let's hope that Southgate makes a few changes. Maybe doesn't go with 2 holding midfielders. Maybe goes a little bit more adventurous in the middle and try and dominate possession, dominate the ball, play a good game, get a few goals, beat Germany, send them crashing out of the competition, and push England onwards and upwards. Anyway, let me know what you think about the result down below. Hope everybody is A-OK. Nothing much really on the Newcastle front. No real transfers. Lots of rumours, lots of agent talk, lots of takeover murmurings coming from various different people and stuff, but nothing concrete yet on the Newcastle thing. We don't even have a bastard outfit strip yet, despite the concept kits being leaked out. But yeah, again, various different rumours about them coming out early July, end of July, coming out under new ownership. I've heard all sorts of stuff, but yeah, anything that we hear, we'll bring it to you on Magpie 24/7 just as soon as possible. Yeah, so there will be a preview for the Germany game coming out and a review also, and then we're looking towards doing a little bit more Newcastle videos and content to fill up some of the summer as well before we get ready for the new season, which will be upon us before we know. Players reporting back to pre-season training. Some already have, but literally in a matter of a few weeks, the rest of the team as well will be back up at the training ground, getting ready for another, looking like Mike Ashley season ahead of us. Anyway, take care, keep it tuned, and I'll speak to you later.